Homage to the Venerable Master Ming. Homage to Master Sakya Tsongkhong. Homage to His Holiness the 16th Karmapa. And homage to Master Drupten Dorji. Homage to the three jewels of the altar. Homage to the main deity of Homa today. Namo Amugapasa Avalokiteswara Bodhisattva. Sumo Tanzen Katso Drupten Siddhi. All Dharma masters, Dharma educators, Dharma teachers, Dharma lecturers, Dharma assistants, directors of temples and chapters, all disciples present here and over the internet. Good afternoon, how do you do? I stay to. Hola amigo. Te quiero mucho. Sugoi. Ichiwa. Kimochi. Yumi. Yapi. Pudi. Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa. Xin chào, cảm ơn. Today, first we would like to thank the AV team, the disciples working for the AV team, and the interpreter Hanifa, Dharma sister Hanifa. And it's snowing heavily here in Seattle. We can say it's white all over on the sky and on the ground. So this is a happy snow day. Just now, when I went outside to lit the Homa fire, it was all ice on the ground. So Dharma brother Dexter from the AV team, Samantha, and several more, they all came here, and the translator Haniva, she also came. And I heard that the car of Dharma Sister Samantha is not four-wheel drive. It's not. And a tiny car, you drove it here. Amitabha. I saw many cars slipping off the highway and smoking and turn around. So those who made it here, wow, amazing. Thank you, all of you. Thank you. I hope we get here safely and we can go home safely. Because it's been snowing all night all day, and it will continue to snow, and it accumulates quite a lot, very thick. Typically you would need a all-wheel drive and four-season tires in order to drive on. After exit 34, that would be Snoqualmie Pass, and it would be heavier there and more snow, so therefore they installed the snow chain in order to continue on past exit 34. It's even heavier snow up there. This is the first time for Seattle area or Washington State, the heaviest snow here in this area. It's been many years since I wore shoes. I am the great sage with bare feet. I never wore shoes. And today, for many years, the first time I wear shoes. Really. See my shoes? I always wear sandals or bare feet. I cannot say all my life, but for this past few years, I haven't worn shoes. So, and I am lazy. I don't like to tie shoelaces. Most people would tie from down, from bottom up, but I I tie them this way because it's looser here. Then it would be easy for my feet with socks to slide in. So that's how I tie my shoelaces. And this is how I do it ever since my school years. So from top to bottom, not from bottom to top. Always like this. So it's loose and comfortable. And the Reverend Lian Xu thought my shoelaces was loose, so he was trying to fix it, but I said, no need, that's how I want it. So for many years, this is the first time I wear my blood and sweat. So the snow is very thick, and there's a lot of ice. Just now when I walked out to lit the Homa fire, and there was ice. As I step on it, it made sounds, crack, 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 crack. So when you walk or drive, be careful. The snow will accumulate even more, especially at night when you drive. Please be patient. Don't hurry. Especially if there's a car moving toward you. So you may not hit other cars, but other cars may hit you. So please be careful, drive slowly. Especially when there's hills or slopes, because it would be slippery. If the tires not touching the ground, sometimes it would churn and it may spark fire. So driving on snowy ground, you have to be slow and very careful. So when you go home tonight, please be very careful. I really hope that you would be safe. You come here safely, and please go home safely. So you're quite brave today. This morning when I saw the snow, I was dumbfounded. And I called on Simu. Please contact the abbot of Seattle Temple, Master De Hui, and the abbot of Rainbow Temple, Master Lian Yen, and please discuss if you want to cancel the Homa today, because it kept snowing until now. It's still snowing. Because it's Amoghapasa Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva. It's usually the most people becoming primary supplicants. Really. At this old age, I still have to work so hard and climb the mountains and down the water and slide on the snow to here. So the fact that you come here, that's kudos. It's quite admirable, your spirit. I hope that you have the courage to come, that you will be seen by Amoghapasa Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva. Just now, at the beginning, as soon as I closed my eyes, I floated in the air, in the sky, and Amoghapasa is also in the sky, at the highest of the sky. And I flew all the way up and paid homage to him, her. And I prayed to the deity. You are the equal deliverance Vajra. So for the people who come here, well, not just the people who come, but all people who became primary supplicants, all the people who are here today, and the merit holders, I cannot say especially because it's equal. Anybody that has the heart or the mind are equally delivered. And please bestow equally. And equally receive spiritual response. And equal bestowal. So I went up and prayed to Amoghapasa Avalokitesvara. And he or she is holding a nectar vase. And he would bestow sweet nectar upon everyone so that all of your wishes be fulfilled. And he has mala, chanting beads, on his hand to be bestowed upon everyone. so that we have strong spiritual commitment. And he's also holding a lotus blossom to guide all of our ancestors, relatives to be equally delivered. And he's also holding a lasso so that all of our wishes be fulfilled. So this is my prayers when I went to the sky to meet Amoghapasa Avalokitesvara, and he nodded his head and agreed. So thank you everyone for coming today. Now I would like to announce for next Sunday. Wow, it's the year 2022, January 2nd at 3 p.m. There will be the Tiger Head Vajra Homa fire offering ceremony. The Tiger Head Vajra has his origin of Golden Mother. Golden Mother is at the west, and in the east is the Donghua Dijun, or the Emperor of the Eastern flower, and the east is the dragon, and the west is the tiger, and then Gochi and Tzi. So, and Golden Mother is in the west, so her origin is the white tiger. So when I do the 1,000 vessels Bardo deliverance, the main deity that is on the head of my bed is the Tiger Head Vajra. One hand is holding the nectar vase, the other hand is holding the decree banner. And every time I would say, with the command, so all Bardo spirits with affinity, Bardo spirits without affinity, please come on board the vessels or the ships, and the decree banner would float, would wave, and then all the spirits would get on board the ships. And I could even hear as the footsteps of the spirits as they got on board and filled the thousands of vessels. And then I invoke Amitabha Buddha to appear, and by his infinite light to attract all the spirits and purify their body and mind, body and souls. And then all the thousands ships flew to the sky beyond the heavens. So the Tiger Head Vajra is also above the sky with the command that they start to chant the Buddha's name together. Rhythmically. And then the decree command of the Golden Mother gave the command. Then all the thousands of vessels went to the Sukhavati, the pure land of Amitabha. Immediately, they start. So it was all done by this tiger head Vajra. They sail toward the Sukhavati. They set sail. They are all manifestation of the tiger head Vajra to go to Sukhavati. I am very grateful to tiger head Vajra. Every time he would bless me 5 times from the sky, that his brow point would irradiate light and bless me 5 times. And then this Golden Mother here in our Homa Hall, the last time light radiated is this Golden Mother upon my brow point, the 6th time. Then I transformed myself into my Yidam, Amitabha Buddha. I became Amitabha Buddha. So the tiger head Vajra would radiate light upon me 5 times. And then the Golden Mother of this Homa Hall radiated light 1 more time for a total of 6 times. Then I myself transformed into the Yidam. And then I performed the Bardo deliverance. It's the same every night. Last night, I performed Bardo deliverance until 2:50 a.m. 2:50 a.m. before I climb on bed. Last night, 2:50. Therefore, this tiger head Vajra will be performed next Sunday. And he's the main deity for the Bardo deliverance of the 1,000 vessels of Dharma ships. Yesterday it was Christmas. A little girl told the Santa Claus, my Christmas wish is I would get slimmer and the wallet fatter. Please don't make a mistake, because yesterday you mixed it up, so please remember this year that the person is slimmer and the wallet is fatter. There's another little girl who told Santa Claus, and Santa told her, please be realistic for your wish this Christmas. And the little girl said, okay, I want a boyfriend. Oh, the joke went like this. The little girl told the Santa, for this Christmas, I want a single-legged animal or beast. And Santa Claus said, come on, be realistic. And the little girl replied, then I want a boyfriend. And the Santa replied, what color of a single leg piece do you want? A girl cries because at the winter solstice we should eat a sweet dumpling. Today, 800 people told me to eat the sweet dumplings, but nobody told me where and who's inviting me, so she cried. That wasn't funny. Two men were talking. Do you know the difference between a secret crush and liking someone? A secret crush is that she doesn't know, but liking someone is that she knows wrong. Oh, secretly, you don't have to spend money, but if you like her, then you have to spend money. Okay, now we got on to the main topic. This is strange. How come the country is not written? These people did not say the countries. Did they? Who is compiling these questions? Yesterday too. And today. Lianhua Guobiao asked this question. Homage to the precious lineage root Guru, living Buddha Lin Sheng. I would like to respectfully ask the following questions. In the practice of yellow jambala, should we prepare a clean plate and at the bottom put money on top of it and then put rice? And we stick 3 sticks of lit incense every time. Do we have to do it every time? Or can we just visualize it to benefit and provide convenience for us? Please advise. So the question, in practicing yellow jambala, should we prepare a clean plate and put money at the bottom and rice on top of it? And then stick 3 sticks of lit incense on the rice. And do we have to set it up every time, or can we just visualize it to benefit and provide convenience to people? Can you please advise? Actually, it's very simple, right? Preparing a clean plate and maybe place a few coins, some money. That's very easy. It wouldn't be. It's not possible that you don't have any money, right? Or coins, and you have rice, right? So just place some rice on top of it, and then 3 sticks of incense. That's very simple, right? And you can't even do such a simple thing. Then if you save that, the yellow jambala will also save his money. It's a very simple matter. A clean plate, which you can use again, and 3 sticks of incense. It's not that much money. And only the rice, after you do the practice, you can eat it. Or you can save it first and then eat it later. That's fine too, right? These are all a very simple matter. And you still want to just visualize? Hard. It's just very quick and simple. Because the principal of our school of serving college, his name was In Zhongqi. And he had a dialect from mainland China, and he said, 一下子. So that's his nickname, 一下子. But it sounded 一下子. From which province would he be from? Jiangsu province, maybe? So, it's just play of words of Chinese. Just preparing a clean plate and put some money on top of it and then some rice. That's very fast. And yet you still want to skip it? If you're so miserly, then I would be too. Say like, I want to give you 1 million, now just give you 10,000. See how much you lose? So please don't skip when you set up your altar. You know, it's very simple, right? A plate, place some money and some rice, and stick 3 sticks of incense. It's a very simple and easy thing. It doesn't take you all day or a few hours even. So no need to explain. So you have to do it. That would be right. Second question by the same person. In performing Homa, we need to first do 200 Homas of Padma Kumara. But for water offering, should we first complete 200 times of Golden Mother water offering, or should we have Padma Kumara as the yidam? So, in our performing Homa, have we set a rule that everyone has to do 200 Homas of Padma Kumara? Yes. And how about for water offering? Should we complete 200 water offerings of Golden Mother or Padma Kumara? Typically speaking, for water offering, the main deity is Golden Mother. So, you should do Golden Mother water offering. So, just follow the rule. 200 practices of Golden Mother water offering. His third question. The smoke offering always has the forearm Avalokitesvara or Chandrasik as the main deity. However, if it is a birthday for another deity, say Amitabha, should we have Amitabha as the main deity? Because not every disciple can do Homa or water offering, or not able to perform great offering. for other deities and protectors. So to benefit sentient beings, what would be lawful? Let me tell you, the main deity for smoke offering is always Chandrasik, the forearm Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva. Because what my guru transmitted to me, the main deity for smoke offering is the forearm Avalokitesvara or Chandrasik. That's all I can teach you, that the main deity for smoke offering is Chandrasik, not other deities. Is it okay to have Amitabha Buddha as the main deity for smoke offering? Amitabha is the guru of Avalokitesvara, so they're on the same line. So if your main deity is Chandrasik, it's the same as Amitabha. They are the same family. And if Amitabha Buddha is the main deity, it's the same as all Buddhas are the main deities. And Avalokitesvara as the main deity, Avalokitesvara is one of the 8 great bodhisattvas. He's listed first. Because Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva is the Dharma prince of the lotus division in the Western realm. And the Dharma prince of the flower ornament realm or Avatamsaka realm is Manjushri Bodhisattva. So if the main deity is Avalokitesvara, it's the same as all the deities or all the bodhisattvas or all the Buddhas are the main deity. Don't have a mind of discrimination. We don't differentiate them. In the sadhana or practice procedure, it's written Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva. So don't change it as you like. That's already the best, the most compassionate. For the whole Tibetan Buddhism, for the whole Tibet, everybody chant Om Mani Padme Hum. Very few people would chant others with the mantra wheel. They all chant Om Mani Padme Hum. That also represents Amitabha Buddha and all the Buddhas. Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva also represents all bodhisattvas. So that's why don't differentiate them. Oh, my main deity is not Chandrasik. My yidam is not Chandrasik. So I want to use my own yidam as the main deity for the smoke offering. But actually it's the same. Your yidam and Chandrasik are the same. So he wants to have other Buddhas or other deities as the main deity, but in my opinion, you should always just use Chandrasik. That would be fine for the smoke offering. The next one, asked by Lian Hua Wan Hua. I have completed 100,000 recitations of the Vajrasattva serene 100-syllable mantras, and I would like to also chant 100,000 recitation of the Vajrasattva wrathful mantra. But I don't know what is its mudra, its syllable, and its color for a male practitioner. And is the main deity Vajrasattva or Vajrapani? The wrathful 100-syllable mantra. Let me tell you, Vajrasattva is the Dharma prince of Tantric Buddhism. And he's also the Dharma prince of the 5 Dhyani Buddhas. And all harukas use hom sit syllable. All the harukas sit syllables are hom. And the mudra for a male practitioner, mudra, sit syllable and color, they're all hom. The wrathful Vajrasattva. And serene Vajrasattva. And the color of the sit syllable would be white for the serene deity and blue for the wrathful deity. And they are all hom. They're both hom. So the main deity would still be Vajrasattva. And the wrathful Vajrasattva is Vajrapani, Vajra heart, Vajrasattva, and Vajra hand or Vajrapani. And they're in union. They're one. One is serene deity, one is the wrathful deity, and one is a mix serene and wrathful. They are deities who are smiling but also wrathful at the same time. That's very difficult. Yeah, that's wrathful. This is smiling. You're smiling but with wrathfulness. That's difficult. I often give this example of the smile of Mona Lisa. Mona Lisa smile. Coming home so late. There's a sharp knife behind the smile. Coming home so late, huh? Let me give you that's funny. So the wrathful Vajrasattva is Vajrapani. Same sit syllable but different color. The blue one for subjugation, the white one for purification. And most serene deities are white and most wrathful deities are blue. All the harukas have hom as their sit syllable. So you just add the haruka in the 100-syllable mantra. This is a joke about Santa Claus. Long, long ago, in a stormy day, an elderly man walking by himself in the snow, and he slipped all of a sudden. And he heard his, this is only meaningful in Chinese. The wife asked the husband, "Why did you cry out in the middle of the night?" "Oh, I had a dream." What did you dream? You look so scared. Because I dream of you. This is a Taiwanese joke. Typically, other people wouldn't understand. They brought the kids for an English tutor, and after selecting for so long, they find a place to this is play of sound. American English. The English schools, that's American English, 客家人 or giraffe. Why? I don't know why they call it giraffe American English school or the 客家人 American English school. A disciple from Canada who is teaching English in Taiwan. He's not here today. He would know. And he went to Taiwan and mainland China to teach English. Victor. Because Grandmaster was performing ceremonies in Taiwan for several years, and he lived in Taiwan Temple. And to make a living, he was teaching English in Taiwan. And he has also taught in mainland China too. He's from Canada. Yeah, a Caucasian from Canada. He's not here today. Passing by a blood donor station, and there are two young men with a healthy-looking, strong body, and said, "I want to donate 200 cc," and the other one, "I want to donate 400 cc." And the nurse was looking at me, and then I showed my pale arm, and I said, "Just draw all of my blood." Is there anyone that donate their blood this way? No, it's just a joke. Will ask me, what is stress, what is anxiety, what is panic, and what is, the teacher asked Xiaoming, what is stress, what is nervous, what is panic, and what is a shock? What are the differences? And Ming replied seriously, stress is when the wife is pregnant. Nervous is when the mistress is pregnant. And panic if both are pregnant. And shock when I am tight. Let's talk about Vajra Sutra. Subhuti also think of the endurance sages who practice endurance for the past 500 lifetimes, where in each lifetime they have no phenomena of self, others, sentient beings, and lifespan. Therefore, Subhuti, a bodhisattva, should abandon all phenomena, generate the mind of Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi, and give rise to the mind which does not dwell on sight, sound, smell, taste, touch, or anything at all. Even if the mind dwells on something, it is regarded as non-dwelling. Therefore, the Buddha said that the bodhisattva should not dwell on form when he performs the acts of giving. Subhuti, a bodhisattva, should perform the acts of giving to benefit all sentient beings. The Tathagata said, all phenomena are non-phenomena. Also, all sentient beings are not sentient beings. Subhuti, the Tathagata speaks truthfully, realistically, appropriately, without deceit, and without prejudice. I have read quite a bit here. Let's simply say, Subhuti, also think of the sages who have practiced endurance for the past 500 lifetimes, where in each lifetime they have no phenomena of self, other sentient beings, and lifespan. Let us talk about this excerpt. When we're talking about endurance paramita, or the sages who practice endurance, or endurance sage, one of the 6 paramitas is endurance. Giving endurance, diligence endurance, giving paramita, diligence paramita, endurance paramita, precept abiding paramita, meditation paramita, and wisdom paramita. And endurance sage is the one who especially practiced endurance. And Sakyamuni Buddha in his past life was once an endurance sage. Yesterday we also talked about when he was disembodied by King Kalinga, piece by piece. That was truly suffering, and yet he could endure it. Actually, it's extremely difficult to endure. And for this, I wrote an article. The Buddha said, the Buddha was talking, let the Buddha speak his, but let me cry out mine. When a blade, a razor cut you like this, you would cry out in pain. How can you endure it? When you break your bone, how can you endure it? When the bones crack or break, the pain is So I told Sakyamuni Buddha, what you said about the non-phenomena of self, others, sentient beings, and lifespan, I understand, and I can explain the non-phenomena of self. Because when the 4 elements disintegrate, there is no such thing as I or self. The earth, water, fire, and wind, when they disintegrate, it's empty. There is no self left. In the real death, the four elements dissipate, nothing left. The pain, the suffering, the afflictions are all gone. That's the non-phenomenal self. But we still have the physical body. Lao Tzu once said that my misery or my hardship is due to the physical body. Grandmaster now is 77, and next year I will be 78. And I have the same mindset, the same thought as Lao Tzu. I understand the non-phenomenal self. I understand about the disintegration of the four elements. Then it's gone. That's the non-phenomenal self. Self would be gone, so that's the non-phenomenal self. But you still have this physical body. Lao Tzu said that the misery or the hardship of my life is due to the physical body. And now, as for me, also my misery or hardship of my life is due to this physical body. When Grandmaster sleeps at night, and all of a sudden, my chin is very itchy, so I scratch it. So I cut my nails very cleanly. You know why? Because when I scratch on my chin, because it was itchy. And after scratching, oh, there's a scar here now. And people ask me, what happened to your chin? There's quite a big red and black mark. And I said, oh, it's so unfortunate that I was kissed by a beautiful lady. So I was being kissed by a beautiful lady planting a strawberry right here below my lower lip. So, of course, that's just a joke. Because it was itchy at night, so I scratched on it. But if you have no self or non-phenomenal self, and the four elements disintegrate, then how could there be any itch? Because once the four elements disintegrate, you don't have to endure anymore. But because you have this physical body, you have to endure. So because you still have a sense of hearing, when someone scolds you or when someone beats you, you still have a sense of touch. When I was giving spiritual consultation, there was a lady that extended her hand up the lama skirt and caressing my leg. Wow, such a brave lady. But I was not moved at all, because that was such a special feeling. I haven't had such a feeling for a long time. So I felt very lucky to have such a feeling. So there are many things you have to endure. That's because you have this body. So you have sensations. So how say pain? When piece by piece you're being cut, the Buddha can endure it, but Seng Yen Lu cannot. Why? Because I would cry out. If my bone breaks, I would cry out. So my article said that let the Buddha speak for himself and let me cry out for myself. And that's due to my physical body. But I understand that when people defame or scold me, I don't feel anything. I can treat it as just air. When you have practiced to a state, then you're totally unaffected, even when people scold you or curse at you. And they scold or curse until their mouth dried up or their spirits was exhausted or dried up. I'm still totally unaffected. I can do this. So I have reached the state of a non-phenomena of self or endurance sage. But I don't want to be an endurance sage because there were many lifetimes when the Buddha cut his body. There was one time when the eagle was hungry, he cut off a piece of his flesh and feed the eagle. And he even sacrificed his own body to feed the tiger. I cannot do it. I can't possibly do it. If I see a tiger, I would run away. Because I'm not Wusong. Wusong is capable of beating the tiger. Wusong was actually afraid of tigers, but because he was drunk, so he had the courage of the alcohol. So he beat the tiger until his arm was sore and defeated the tiger. That's the story of Wusong beating the tiger. So think of the sages who have practiced endurance in the past 500 lifetimes, where in each lifetime they have no phenomena of self, other sentient beings, and lifespan. To be an endurance sage is nothing exists. Then you don't have to endure because there's no phenomena of self, other sentient beings, and lifespan. You don't have to endure anymore. It's very simple. I understand the concept. But in order to be able to do it like the Buddha, it would be truly difficult for me. Therefore, Subhuti, a bodhisattva should abandon all phenomena, generate the mind of Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi, and give rise to the mind. A bodhisattva should abandon all phenomena and generate the mind of Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi, which is like what Jesus said. Don't let the left hand know what good deeds the right hand does. You don't keep it in mind. You don't dwell on it. Whatever you do, you don't keep it in mind. When you do good deeds, you don't think that I want to do good deeds. That would be wrong. You just do it naturally and you don't dwell on it and you forget it once you do it. And this is called dharmata, the intrinsic suchness of everything. And that is also the non-phenomena of self, non-phenomena of others, non-phenomena of sentient beings, and non-phenomena of lifespan. That's the intrinsic suchness of. That's how it should have been. You don't dwell on any phenomena at all. You don't do it to show to others. You don't do it for yourself. You don't do it to show to anybody or to any beings. And you don't do it for yourself either. And you don't do it to show for others. or to show to sentient beings. None of those. So this is talking about endurance sage who should be able to do this. So at this time, a bodhisattva abandons all phenomena. So abandoning all phenomena is completely not for self, not for others, not for sentient beings. None of them. And yet you have the bodhicitta. But the bodhicitta is not for ourselves, and also not for others, and also not for sentient beings. So you generate the bodhicitta not for self, others, or sentient beings. That's what it means here. The teacher, to prove the bad effect of smoking, especially showed the nicotine on an insect that killed the insect. And the teacher asked Ming, so what did this show? That if when you smoke, you will not have any insects on you. The teacher asked Ming, do you know what the difference between the 7 continents and the 8 oceans? And Ming replied, this is play of words in Chinese. The 7 continents, which sounds like porridge. So the different kinds of porridge. And the oceans. Oceans sounds like itching. Get out here. That's all for today. Om Mani Padme Hum.